All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, so today it's basically going to be just me charting. So just gonna give you a heads up. This is what I do. I like doing this, just hiding everything. So for most people, this might be boring, and it's okay. So what I'm gonna do is just this is just kind of a walkthrough of my thought process when I'm going and I'm looking at charts. Where's this one at? Daily. And this one is right here. Right. So I'm wondering if, so we're just gonna start a new one. And this is what I like doing, just kind of, this was pretty interesting. So let's go to the 1 hour time frame. So this was our pull from this is our fixed range volume profile, and price action was up here, and of course it came down right to it, and then came up, came down, bounced, and then now it's getting rejected from it. So that's pretty interesting. But let's go ahead and take this off as well. So what we'll do is go from the daily time frame and just start this all over again. This is one thing that I like. I actually enjoy doing this because what it does, it reduces the bias. That's the main thing. All right, so make sure my magnet tool is on. Come over here to do this, and I guess we can start from right here. So let's go this one, and then let's do this one, and then this. So what I'm doing is I'm marking out market structure. It comes all the way up here, comes down, and this is really helpful to see what breaks and where. So now my next step is to see, let's go ahead and put this in regular colors. That way it's probably easy for people to notice it. What I need to do is I need to do the next line, but the next line, it has to be above this one or below this one. If not, it's considered internal structure. So all these little ups and downs. So with that being said, let's go ahead and put this to our daily color. And let's go ahead and continue the pull. So this, do I have anything break above this? Nope. So now this one is actually should be down here. Now let's go from here. Well, there's not going to be anything else. So this one I will have to do some internal structure. So let's just do this here, then coming down, it breaks it right here, and we'll come up. That way we can kind of see this stair-stepping area. And the next one here to here. So we're skipping all this little internal stuff because like something already happened. It already came up. Here, here, here. So this one did break. So this one we can label. Hold down shift so it stays the same. Actually bring this up this level. And here it did break with the candle break above it. So that's good. So this is our breaker structure. So right now, and we have to make a mental note of this. This is the daily breaker structure. So right now, this is saying that it's bullish. So let's go ahead and write that out. So daily equals bullish. Next, we have to go to the 4 hour time frame. Well, but before we do that, let us look for our highs. So this, well, we can identify the low, which is right here. So something has to happen. So once again, the daily breaker structure, it broke because this low did its job. So this low was to take out this high, and it did. So that makes this low a strong low. Let's go ahead and make sure that this one is clicked. Go here. So this would be the daily low, and on top of that, it is a strong low. Now, as far as our high goes, this would be for this structure, the high. So let's go ahead and go to this. And then let's go ahead and put, oh, nope. Go ahead and do this daily high. And then this would be our strong high. I'm sorry, our weak high. So we have the potential for the price action to break above this. And then here's our next area that we'd have to look for resistance. And then our next area for resistance, and then our next area for resistance, according to the structure. Price action can move anywhere in here. And it can come all the way down, it can go up. As long as it does not break this level, we're still bullish on the daily time frame. Let's see here. Okay, everything looks good. So let's go ahead and do this. And let's go ahead and let's move this up. We don't include it. And then let's go ahead and right click, go create folder, and then right click again, rename. And this one's going to be daily. And let's just put today's date. That's not right. So it's going to be, today is 10/8/24. Minus this. All right. So now let's go to the 4-hour time frame. We need more internal structure. And then we do it on this last leg. So this would be from the very top. We can come down. Now all this is internal. So we want to come down to here until it does something. And this does something. So this is our low. This is our high. It did something. Then our lowest point would be here to our high, because again, this did something too. To our low, to our high, and then to our low. So this one is our 4-hour time frame. And let's go ahead and hide our daily time frame. So this one, we can see that it did break our structure right here. And it also broke it here too, so that's good. Now the only problem is, so let's go ahead and label this one. It's going to be our 4-hour structure. Now as it came up, it created a wick, and then this one also created a wick. So let's go ahead and do this. And then this, a second. See, we need 4-hour. We're going to change this color to a blue, and then we're also going to put 4. And then we'll put this one SFP. And that's a 4-hour boss. Okay. So this is saying this was our low. This is the lowest point on this part right here. We're going to put this for our low, 4-hour low. And this is our strong low. And this right here will be our high. 4-hour high. And once again, so all we're doing is we're just charting this out, giving you my thought process as I'm doing it. If you have any questions, of course, just let me know. So this is our high, this is our low. Oh, this is our weak low. I mean our weak high. So all this stuff we have to make sure we're labeling this correctly. So this is saying, because the breaker structure is here, this is saying that this is a really strong possibility because of this is bullish, that if the price comes down here, it should hopefully bounce and break above this. Now, this is a 4-hour SFP. Hey, Clay the Great, what's up, buddy? Yeah, right now I'm just kind of just doing charting, so it's gonna be boring for most. This is just, you know, thought process, thinking out loud type stuff. Let's see here. So this is a break. Oh, with this one we can take off. Take that. There's our break, and then it started coming up here. Now it did create this high, but the only thing that we can do is this is our current price action. So we do need, in order for us for this to be an SFP, we need to see 2 down candles and then 2 up candles, so that this can be another break of structure, but instead of break of structure, it'd be SFP, swing failure pattern. We don't have that here. So the only thing that we do have is this one. So this is our break of structure, comes up to the highest point, comes down, and now this is our strong low, this is our weak high. So within our 4-hour structure, price action can move anywhere in here, which is known as internal structure, and it doesn't, it can do whatever it wants in here. If it comes down, hopefully it bounces off of this area. If it comes up, hopefully it breaks through this area and then continues up. So this is the reason for the structure. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and put this on its own. And how do we label this one? Okay, so this one's going to be the 4-hour. Oops. Right click. And this will be 4-hour, and then today's date, because again we're doing a new one. Today is October 8th. Hide this. Well, we're going to use this last leg, but what I want to do is I want to continue this. So the daily was bullish. We have the 4-hour equals bullish as well. And we'll change this to the 4-hour color. So now we have both of these. All right, so let's go back to the 4-hour. Bring this up. So now we're going to do this one. So this is going to be on the 1-hour time frame. So once again, guys, for everybody who's here, normally I do just a really quick recap on my 3 o'clock stream, and of course go over your charts and everything else. Right now I'm just basically recharting Bitcoin, and then I'm gonna be looking at other charts, kind of looking for a trade. And then as I'm doing this, I'm giving you my thought process along the way. For me, thought process is really important, like crazy important, and a lot of people don't do the thought process out loud anyway. So here's the 1-hour time frame. So now I know that I have to do this leg for the market structure. So let's hide this. Come over here to this one. So what I'm looking for is 2 consecutive red candles, but the second candle has to be lower than the first. Here's 1 candle, here's 2 candle, it goes lower. Now I'm looking for 2 green candles, and the second candle that are consecutive has to be higher than the first candle. So here's candle 1, candle 2, okay? So that, and then this one actually higher, so I use the highest point. These 2 candles just need to be within this line. It's called a leg, extension leg. Then we come down, then we need 2 candles, so we have 2 candles. This one is higher than this one, and we go to the very highest point. So this one is our 1-hour time frame, and on our 1-hour time frame, now we're looking for is a break of structure, or where it crossed, and this is where it crossed. So this would be our break of structure. This is on the 1-hour time frame, and because it created this, now we have to look within this break of structure for the lowest point, which would be right here. So this is our lowest point. Then we make sure to put this as a 1-hour low. Now because it's going up, it's a break of structure up, this is a strong low. Now this comes in this is very important because this tells us where there should be support and where there might be an easy break, which this is the highest point. Now we go ahead and do this for the 1 hour high, and this is our week high. So let's go. So that is our week high. This is for the 1 hour time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, now we come over here and we can do this. And this, in my opinion, is really important because you may start seeing something that's bearish and go all gun-ho for a bearish move, but the larger time frames is actually bullish. So what you're doing is you're trying to short before initially the long. So this is why this right here is important. This is telling you, okay, we got the bullish for the daily, 4 hour, and the 1 hour. All right, moving on. So this, let's go ahead and put this for our daily. Oh, this two. I'm sorry, this is the 1 hour. So we're going to the folder, we're going to right click, and then this one we'll put 1 hour. And for this one, today's date, which is 10/8/24. This. And then now what we do, bring all this lower so we're not looking for it. Now we go to the, let's go 15 minute. 15 minute. So on the 15 minute, we're going to do the last leg, which is this leg right here. So let's go to the 15 minute, and we really don't have anything. All we have is an up. That's all we have. Well, we have this up. So we do have bullishness on the 15 minute as well. So everything right now is screaming bullish. So let's go 15 minute time frame. Let's go ahead and hide our latest one. Move this down here. And now on the 15 minute time frame, and pull from here. So we're going down to up. Are there two candles? Two candles to the highest point. Are there two candles? Two candles. And of course it goes lower to the lowest point. And then now to the highest point. So here, same thing. We had a break of structure right here. Now, of course, to most people, this is going to be very boring. Very boring. I understand. But hopefully this explains the thought process when it comes to trading, thought process when it comes to entry. Now, this is actually a swing failure pattern. So if we zoom in, we can see that we have a swing failure pattern. So for this one, it's on the 15 minute. So 15 minute swing failure pattern. So let's go ahead and put 15 swing failure pattern. And let's go ahead and save this. Copy. And for the text, I want it to be the same as, oh wait. So the 15 is actually blue. So let me change this color to 15 minute. And then that way I can come over here, confirm that my text is going to be blue. And then copy this, save the template. Go. Okay. So what this is telling me is that this low right here, because this is a wick, this is selling pressure. Instead of this being a strong low, this is now a weak low. So we come over here, do this, go to 15 minute time frame low, but I'm going to change this in just a moment. So this was a weak low, and then of course we come over here, and because this would have been our strong high for the 15 minute time frame. But because now what we do is we go to the highest point after this candle was produced. This was the swing failure pattern, making this, let's go ahead and make this just a little simpler. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. Swing failure pattern. This is saying, okay, this is the high, this is the low. Because we have selling pressure, this becomes the weak low. Then the very next candle prints, okay, fine. Very next candle prints, and it prints a close above this level. So because it closed above this level, this is our 15-minute break of structure. So because this is a close above this level, this now creates this to be the low that is strong. So come over here. I bet y'all are thinking right now, man, Joe, you're right. This is boring. Yeah. But this is, again, this is just the thought process when it comes to charting. Once you have this down, when you enter your trade, you're going to have your thought process for entering is going to be stronger. Because instead of just saying, oh, it broke a level, let me go long. But in the long term, the overall picture, it should actually be a short. And it's only going to go long until it hits the level, then it's going to go short and continue going short. So this is why it's extremely important. And of course, a lot of people don't teach this, at least not for free. So here we go to this. Now this, since this is our strong low, this has to be our weak high. It's going to be our 15-minute high. This is going to be our week high. Now this is saying that if the price action comes down here, hopefully it'll get support and break this week high. Continuing the thought process. Hey, we got 100 air in the house. What's up, buddy? Right now, just kind of boring stuff. Just thought process as far as charting goes. For people who know how to chart, this is boring. For people who don't know how to chart, this is absolute gold. This is what people pay for $500, $700, $1,500 for a program. So just kind of give you a heads up, the value of the stuff that I'm giving right now is worth a whole bunch of money. Not only that, but it can make you a lot of money. But for people who know how to trade or already have their own system, this stuff's boring to them, and it's okay, I understand. But this right here, like, it will literally save you so much heartache because you're entering a trade when it should be going the other way. All right, moving on. This is on the 15-minute time frame. This is saying that hopefully it'll get support here before breaking up. Now within this 15-minute time frame, this zone price action can travel anywhere it wants to, just like how it could transfer in, or it can go anywhere it wants to on a larger time frame. Same thing applies here. You know, we're anticipating that it'll break the week high to continue up. Let's go ahead and adjust all of our stuff here too. So for this one as well, currently the 15-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame equals bullish as well. And this one is a blue color. So right now we have a daily that's bullish, we have a 4 hour that's bullish, we have a 1 hour that's bullish, and we have a 15-minute that's bullish. So right now within all of these different zones, price action can move up or down, and then just depending on what it does depends on, okay, if it breaks this low, which it could, because the lower the time frames, you're going to have more price action. Now, one thing that's extremely important, the higher time frames hold more weight. So if you see let's say 15-minute is bullish, 1 hour is bearish, 4 hour bullish, and then bullish. Well, this is saying that the price, because this is bullish, it may go up before this bearish, if it was bearish, before price comes down to maybe hitting the bottom of this 4 hour bullish zone before possibly continuing up. So that's all that means. So if you're not familiar with different time frames, I believe I have videos on that on my YouTube channel. Just go in there, search time or frame or time frame. Make sure to hit enter, and then of course it'll bring up any videos that I talk about time frames that are in the title. All right, moving on. So 50 minutes. Let's go ahead and zoom in again on this, see what's going on. So after I do this boring stuff, then I'm gonna start looking for actual charts to chart, and it's gonna be much faster. Let's see here. Anything that I see? Nope. Nothing that I see. Okay. So now let's go ahead and label this one as well. And let's do this one in 15 minutes. And today's date, because I have other ones. Now, once again, I like doing this just because I like doing this at least once a week, to where I normally delete it all, like all this stuff, I'll delete it and then just start fresh. But this time around, I'm just creating new folders. Okay, and we'll move this down here. All right. So let's go ahead and zoom out now. Let's zoom out. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Let's just kind of zoom out and see what's going on. So let's put our 1 hour on. Let's take off our 15-minute. So in the 1 hour time frame, we can see that it can travel anywhere between this zone and still be bullish. It can come all the way down here, still be bullish, as long as it doesn't break this area. If it breaks this area, now we got to start thinking, okay, is it going to break the 4 hour? And if so, is it going to break the daily? And if so, well, then how far down are we going? So this is the thought process on this. What you could also do is you could do a range for, this is the 1 hour, and we have our low. I'm sorry, we have our high to our low. So let's hide this. Let's go to our fixed range volume profile. You can find that over here. And what we're doing is going from the high to the low, which would be this. And this is saying within this certain structure from our range, from our high to our low, this is the POC. Hey, we got Sam in the house. What's up, Sam? Right now, just going over some charting, just thinking out loud as far as charting goes. We got about another 10 minutes of this, and then I'm gonna start actually looking for charts, and it'll be much faster. So this part right here, especially if you already know how to trade and know how to chart, this could be boring, but for others who don't know how or just want to sharpen their skills, this right here is gold. Like, people pay $500, $700, $1,500 for the information I'm giving right now in a course. Give you a heads up. All right, moving on. Just so you know the value of what I'm doing right now for free. Not asking you for a penny. So looking at this, this is our point of control, POC. And if we go to a lower time frame, we can kind of see that this has kind of been respecting it. You know, we pulled it from because of this. Right now it kind of came up, and then, well, really not respecting it. You go to different time frames, you can kind of manipulate with what you see. You know, here it broke a little bit above, here it didn't make it, here. Now, in addition to this, we could also pull a range going from the fib retracement. We want to go from the high to the low. You always want to pull from the most recent price action. And we're just doing this range. Could we do from here? We sure could, but all we're going to do is adjust it, because before it would have been this range right here. So again, we don't go back, we go forward. So we did this to this, then we broke out of it. So now we have to adjust it to the high, and then now we broke out of it. So we got to adjust it to the low. Then we broke out of it again. Then we got to adjust it to the low. So right now, this is actually trading inside of a range. So would you want to go short? So this is a thought process when it comes to possibly entering any trade, whether it's this coin or Turbo or Popcat or SUI, Caspa. This is one thing that you want to do is look for this range. And of course, at any time, it can break below the range or above the range. But knowing these other concepts, as far as if it's bullish or bearish, this may also, this could be a really quick scalp or a trade that leads into a larger trade. Now the question, would you enter a short right here, knowing that this is the bottom? The answer, no. Why? Well, because you don't have that much to go before you hit the bottom. This area is called the premium area. This area called the discount area. So the premium is when it's at its highest point. So when it's at its highest point, it's when you want to think about possibly shorting, because what could happen, come down, come up, come down, come up, higher low, lower highs, and then break the low, continue coming down, coming up to possible resistance, around the 50% area, coming down, and then as soon as you see it come up and do this structure, you can sell your short and then possibly enter a long. And then just repeat this until it breaks out of the structure, and maybe you did a long and maybe you sold 50%, 75%, had the rest in it, and then now you're golden. Or let's say you sell all of it, then okay, you wait to see if it's going to come down. If it doesn't, if it just breaks out of the structure, then you can enter a trade based off of smaller time frames as far as the break. All right, moving on. All right, so I think let's see, what do we think Bitcoin's going to do? Let's see here. I need to see the larger time. So in the larger time frame, everything looked bullish in reference to all of our structure stuff. Let's turn on 1 hour. Okay, let's turn on the 4 hour. And what I'm doing is I'm just looking for the zones. So what I would like to do is I would like to keep the 1 hour highs and lows. So let's hide this. 4 hour. We got Road Dog in the house. What's up, Road Dog? Appreciate you, man, being here. Best TA show, 10 a.m. today is right here. Awesome, man. Thank you. Yeah, right now I'm just kind of going over just the thought process, thinking out loud as I'm charting. Then after this, I'm gonna actually start looking for charts. So for most people who know how to do this, it's boring, and I get it. But like as I mentioned earlier, like this stuff right here is stuff that you pay for in a course that's $500, $1,000, $1,500, and it's all in courses. But here I'm doing it for free. Then we have our daily, and for the daily, same thing. We're just gonna hide all the path tools and everything else, so we can have the higher picture on what's going on. So here we have the daily. So even though this is week, W-E-A-K, some people may see this as W-E-E-K, which is 7 days, but this is the daily, not strong high. Must stress that. This is the 4 hour, not strong high. This is the 1 hour, not strong high. Then as we come down here, we have the 1 hour strong low, 4 hour strong low, and we have our daily strong low right here. So this gives you a really good picture as far as the overall movement of what might happen. If it's much easier for the price action to break the weak or the not strong levels than to break the strong levels. Now, can it break the strong levels? Yes, of course, 100%. Now, in addition to that, we could potentially draw this. I would like to do this. So this is our fixed range volume profile. Go from this structure, we have a high and then we have a low. Now we've already done that here, and we saw the more internal point of control, POC, but let's go ahead and do a little bit of a larger zone. So for the larger zone, this is what we have to work with. This was our 1 hour point of control. This is pretty much our daily. Even though we have it on the 1 hour here, we're actually looking at the larger picture. So this is like this zone right here. But right now we're just zooming in just so we can see all the price action, all the ups and downs. So for the 1 hour for this zone right here, hey, we got Obi-Wan. What's up, Obi? Yeah, right now I'm just kind of going over just market structure, charting. It's really great information. And then in just a little bit, I'm actually gonna be looking for charts to, because I need to enter a trade. Well, I don't need to enter a trade. I want to enter a trade. I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna give you all a little sneak peek. I'm gonna be doing this. Oh, I should have just brought the picture, but get out of here. Let's see. I'm gonna be doing this. So this is what I kind of want to start doing, where it's gonna be a $500 challenge. And you know, the goals, first goal to hit is 1,000, then 3,000 and 5,000. But this is going to take a while though. This is going to be boring for most people, because most people want to do 5,000 in like a week. You can do that, but that's usually very, very high risk. For this one, it's going to be very low risk. And so this may take us a while. Then it's much easier to make this once you have this. And I'll be talking about risk management. I'll be talking about all that stuff as we're doing this. So just kind of give you a heads up. Let's see here. Delete, get out of here. Let's see here. Obi-Wan says, let's see here. Should I drop some good entry coins for you? Yeah, definitely, man. We can look at them, and then we'll chart them out and see if they're good to go. And that's one thing that I love, man. I have made so much money from people telling me coins. Hey, look at this coin. I look at it, it's like, They'll give me another coin, another coin. Whoa, this one is ready, man. This one's so ready. This one's not even on my radar. And then we enter the trade and we all make money. So just kidding, it's up. All right, moving on. So this is our strong low. So right now, what do I see? So right now, I'm just looking at just the candles. I'm kind of not looking at all this stuff. Just looking at the candles. Let's get rid of this. Inside this. So here we have, you know, price came down, and you can also see we had this trend line. Now, of course, with trend lines, you know, once the price action breaks above it, I guess we can do this one. So we have a touch, we have a touch, we have a touch, we have another touch. These are all wicks. And then price, you know, we had a fake out right here, but finally price did break out, then continue up, came down. And now inside here, I didn't mark those. I'll do those probably later. Hey, Rising Sun's in the house. What's up, buddy? Yeah, so just giving you a heads up, guys. Everybody who's joining in right now, make sure to smash the like. But what I'm doing is I'm basically giving my thought process. I'm thinking out loud as I'm charting. Like there's all these groups out there. There's all these YouTubers out there that'll just chart it really quick and tell you what to do. But I want to show you how to fish. I want to show you the thought process when it comes to why am I doing this level here instead of this other level? And that way you don't have to depend on YouTubers. Now, of course, please always come back. You know, that's the biggest problem I have by showing you all the tips and tricks is you will, or rather you will get to a point to where you don't need me anymore, and then you never come back. And don't say it, Joe, no, man, I'll always be here. You know, you helped me out so much. I made so much money with you. Because of you, I'll always be loyal. Don't say that, because I've had many people on my previous channel say the same thing. And well, once they started making all this money, they left because they know how to trade now. So I'll give you a heads up. Let's see here. Got to run. Hey, Clay the Great. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate dropping the knowledge. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Trade safe, family. Yeah. 100%. Trade safe. All right, so just kind of looking at the overall thought process, we had a low, lower low, lower low. It finally broke this level, came up here, so it made a higher high, which is good. Then a higher high, which is good. Now, what we also want to see is we want to see pullbacks. It's healthy for the price action to continue going up, but it needs to pull back some because it's leaving all this liquidity. Now, it did pull back, took all this liquidity, which is good. Continue coming up, made a higher high, came back down, taking this liquidity that it made really fast. Then it dumped some more to take this liquidity, came up, took some of this liquidity that it just created, came down, took this one really fast, came up, took this, which is really good. And now what do I think is going to happen. Based off of the price action, we do have, let's see, we have an area of liquidity right here, which is the wick. Hey, we got Aaron in the house. What's up, Aaron? Appreciate you, man, for being here. Appreciate you for letting me know you're here as well. You guys are great. Yeah, right now, just kind of showing you the thought process. Theo's in the house. Awesome. Loving the morning stream. See here. Want me? You want me? Oh, I think it's still typing. Let's see here. So we do have nice fair value gaps up here. But then we also have stuff on the bottom too. Right now, man, it's pretty tough, in my opinion. Let's go to a lower time frame. Let's see if we can see something. And the reason it's tough is just because, like, there's no, oh, we're making higher highs. You know, it's going to continue going higher. Or we came all the way down, we're breaking a resistance level, and we found support on it, so it's probably going to go up. Let's see here. I'm going to say, I'll just call you K. What's up, K? Appreciate you, man, being here. Sorry, I'm horrible at reading names, but I'm pretty good at charting and taking trades. All right, here we go. So looking at this, I mean, it's not looking great. You know, we had the high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and then we came up. Man, right now I'm really at a yesterday 4-hour time frame. Yesterday we were saying that when the price action was around here, that we were going to have a 4-hour candle that possibly come in here to this 4-hour fair value gap. Came kind of close to it and then started coming down. I think what's going to happen, I think it's just going to trade in this range for a little bit until it breaks. Man, I really want to say until it breaks down. You take this liquidity, and then we'll have to see if it breaks further down or if it comes back into this range to come up to get this fair value gap and then break this. Oh, we need more of these. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing it. I'm thinking about doing morning streams. But I need to do this more so when the market gets busy, because, you know, for then I'll get more people giving more coins and everything else. But yeah, guys, if you have coins you want me to do, let me know. If not, I'm just going to start looking at coins. But so my thought process in a nutshell for Bitcoin, I think, in my opinion, I could be completely wrong, and I have been in the future, I mean in the past, is I think price action will do this. Price action, let's bring up some volume. So coming down, start coming up. I think price action, let's see here, may come down, may come up, break the 50% line, come down again, come up here, go here 50%, and maybe not even to 50%, make a higher low, break up, come back down to come up here to the weekly high, which are, I'm sorry, the day not strong high, to wick it, and then come down fairly quick and hard to possibly here to do this. This is what I anticipate might happen. Could I be completely wrong? Yes. And I'm not one of those to where if it happens, I say, look at me, I'm a genius, because nobody knows what's going to happen. Only the market makers. Let's see here. Obi says, I think Caspa, Wormhole, Ruin are good to go. Aptos also looks really strong. Yeah, Aptos, remember yesterday when we were talking about this, like, man, that sounds familiar. And this is one that we actually entered. It looks great. It's an inverse head and shoulders on the daily time frame. I don't trade patterns, but I do see them. and then it broke out. Beautiful retest, but our stop loss was so tight. We moved up our stop loss. We ended up getting stopped out in a profit and hitting our first target level. And then I forgot to get back into the trade because I was looking at other charts and helping out members and everything else. But I agree, Aptos looks really good. It has pulled back a little bit. I wanted to pull back more. I'll show you on the chart. Let's see here. Obi-Wan says for shorts, maybe Tron. Yeah, I was looking at that one too. So let me show you Aptos. Let's go to the daily time frame. So this is what we have. So now we're done with Bitcoin. Now let's go ahead and just look at other coins. So this was the inverse head and shoulders that I was referring to. Let's get rid of this. This was the beautiful, perfect textbook retest. And then it came up. We ended up getting stopped out here. It continued coming up. Now, what I was thinking was, you know, for this nice move, it'd be really healthy for a retracement inside of this. And I have my alert right here too. Inside of this, let's go to a 4-hour time frame. You can see it on the daily, but do we see it on the 4-hour? No, sure don't. Let's go back to the daily. Make sure our magnet 2 is on. Come over here to this, and we have candle 1, candle 2, candle 3. This is our daily fair value gap. So I would love for it to come down into this fair value gap, and then we can enter the trade. And I'm expecting it to pull back, but I mean, it pumped and then it came down and it keeps on going. So we'll see if it has another run up before possibly coming down to this area. Let's see here. Nick says, hey Joe, I believe that we are getting close to a big dump. I believe so. I think so too. You know, once this happens to the weekly, if we make it this high, I think we're going to get this and then some, possibly going to our 54, 52, then going to our, so here's our strong low. So I think it'll come down to our 52 level. And then just depending on what happens here, depends if we're going to go to our 42, 44 level, which would be this level right here, 44, 42. So I agree with you completely on that. So let's go ahead and, but the only thing we can do is trade these levels, the structure, until they start breaking. So I think it'll come down in here. So that's what I'm looking for. And of course I have my alert right here just to alert me that, hey, it's coming down. Start watching it. Start watching it a little bit more. All right. So this one we went over yesterday, this wormhole. And for this one, I think we looked it up to small market cap, I think. But this one, I think this was the one that I liked. Yeah, this one I like. One thing I do is I do all this. Hey, we got Mark in the house. What's up, Mark? Appreciate you, man, being here. That's great. Yeah, right now, Mark, all I'm doing is just thought process on charting. So it's kind of boring stuff. For those who don't know how to chart, it's gold. For those who, I'm sorry, for those who know how to chart, it's boring. Those that don't know how to chart, this is gold right here. Literally gold. Yes, definitely, guys. Smash the like if you could, please. Obi says, do you think it is a good time to buy spot altcoins right now? I don't. You could buy them, but just know that the prices may dump good 50 to 75% or 50 to 70%. That's if we get this this dump that I'm anticipating, and many are anticipating a dump before the pump. So and it'll be healthy too, because we have a lot of liquidity down here. But the only problem is, like, liquidity cannot be your number one goal. And I had a bias. So, and one thing as a trader, and this is one thing that I love, I love expressing my thought process and not having pride to where it's like, oh, well, I never make mistakes. I'm superior than you. You're inferior. look at me and join my group and pay me money. No, like I show you, I tell you the thought process of a trader, and to me that's very valuable. So my initial bias when it came to liquidity was price is going to come down to here, and I would state it as a fact. Price is going to come down to here. Price is going to come down to here. All this liquidity that needs, notice my terminology, needs, I'm speaking it as it's a fact, to come back down so that the market makers can make all this money. However, like, you have to change that bias, you have to change your terminology to where market structure is key. So it's the way so you can only have, so let me draw it out for you. This is the goal. Money. You may say that's not the goal. The goal is to protect your money. Fine. This is a cop that is protecting your money, and his arms are crossed. He's mean, and he's a big, strong, mean cop. He's protecting your money. This is your goal. Now, in order to get to the goal, there's several things that we have to do. One, we have to learn market structure. Two, we have to learn about liquidity, which is all of the areas where the price action may come down to. So we have to learn about liquidity. And then, of course, three, which is probably the most important, is not how to read a clock, but time. This is the most important one. So what we have to do, in short, is we have to first trust our market structure to get this money. Next, we have to make sure that we understand about liquidity. Let me do it like this. This is better. We have to understand about liquidity to make the money and to know where the price action may go to once it breaks the market structure. So this is very important. This is also important. And then, of course, in my opinion, even though I have it as number 3, we have to be patient so that we can make this money. This is absolutely vital when it comes to trading. So hopefully all that makes sense. So before, I would say, oh, price has to come down. Like, it has to. And so I would get a bias like, oh, let me look bearishly on all these trades. However, I was bypassing the market structure. You can't look at a bearish structure if, in fact, you're getting bullish. So here's our boss, bullish market structure. Now, granted, if it does come down, yes, it can come down anywhere in between this low and this high that it just created. Price I can come all the way down here and do all this. But the overall sentiment, the overall thought process should be bullish. Price should continue going up until it starts going down. So that is my thought process when it comes to that. All right, so let me hide all this drawings because this is a masterpiece, and I might sell this. No, I'm playing. All right, moving on. Let's go back to. All right, let's see here. Mark says, watch, learn, and take notes. Yes, definitely, guys. I strongly recommend that. Every time you're watching my videos, take notes, because they're all this stuff right here. People charge you for this stuff. They do. You know, I recently taken 2 courses, and I'm showing you, of course, my stuff in addition to their stuff. And what I'm doing is I'm saving you money. I'm saving you time. Like I'm saving you, man, one course literally took like 20 hours and I'm showing it in literally 45 minutes, literally. So just give you a heads up. Another course I'm taking, it's going to probably take like 40, 50 hours. But I've already got maybe like 20 hours in, 30, 20, 30, yeah, somewhere around there. That's a lot. So of course, what I do is I watch the videos, then I watch them again, and I take notes this time because I kind of know what he's going to say. Then I watch it again and take more notes. Then I watch it again some more. So it's constant, you know, it's a constant learning process. And if you ever think that you know it all, be careful. That's when it gets dangerous. Now keep on using your system if you're winning. But if you just want to sharpen your skills, like see what other people that are successful, see what they're doing. And then that way you add to your skill set. Or let's say maybe it's just not working. Your trades aren't working, your skill set's not working. It's okay. Well, now let's see if we can maybe adjust what we've learned by looking at somebody else, getting a mentor. Heads up. Let's see here. Darn, another 50% more. Yeah, man, I'm telling you. Let's see here. Rising Sun says total 2 on the monthly. Not looking good. Yeah. So for me personally, I don't look at those. Now you may say, Joe, everybody else does. Like, why don't you? Like, you must not know anything. So the way I look at it, total 2, total 3. So total is the entire market cap, the total market cap for the entire crypto space. Then you have total 2, which is everything excluding Bitcoin. Then you have total 3, which is everything except Bitcoin and Ethereum. So let's just say we look at total 2. Where is my total 2? Here's my total 2. Total 2, what does it tell us? It tells us the overall market. Well, I can kind of tell what the overall market is doing by just looking at my coin and looking at my other coin and looking at my other coin. Let's see here. Buckaroo, is Randy done crying? Who's Randy? Is that oh, is that the one that comes on at 10? I mean, yeah, I think she comes on at 10. I haven't even. Why is she crying? She being drama? Randy, pulling her up right now. Man, she kills it, man. 138 people. She's crying. Why is she crying? Oh, because of the hurricane? And no one's helping us or helping them or helping people. So here, Obi-Wan says, are you still bullish on alts and Bitcoin in the long term? Oh yeah, definitely. Like, this is going to make us money. It's going to be life changing. So life changing money is coming. We just need we need this. We need price to come down. We need it for it to go up. I guess needed. The Buck says, I just like to watch people trade and learn new skills. I'm the same way, Buck. I'm the same way. I tell it to everybody. Like, for me, I know how to trade. My system is good. My system is really good. But I like looking at other people, because there's sometimes where somebody would draw a trend line where I didn't see it. And that's why I like doing this every week, to where it's like I erase everything or hide everything and start from scratch. Because now I may see something different instead of creating a bias. That right there used to be one of my biggest downfalls. Was I would have a bias like, oh, it's going down, it's going down. Nobody knows what's going to happen. There's a higher probability that it might go down due to X, Y, and Z. But yeah. Let's see here. Buck says, see, she is just cuter than you. Yes, I would agree on that. I would agree. See, she does anything for super chats. That's how she makes money. Yeah, I need to make money. See, I was thinking about selling feet picks. We'll see. Feet picks are the way to go, I guess. That's what I've heard. I don't know. Now it's crying. Now she's crying because of the wind. Tomorrow she's cheering for super chats because she baked cookies. That's funny. What do you learn from watching Randy? Dude, I mean, she's improved big time on her skills. I remember watching her a long time ago, last season, and she was absolutely horrible. And of course, what's his face? Lifer came on her show, and of course, you know, he was showing her different things and whatever, and she was like super impressed. And then, you know, it's like, oh, poor girl, she doesn't know how to trade. And then of course, I started watching her again lately, and I see her doing charts. It was like, wow, huge improvement. So, you know, good for her. She's learning how to do charts. And I saw she had Market Cipher on, and yeah, yep. But yeah, so then I saw she had Market Cipher on, and she was talking about Market Cipher. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like she's you know, learning, which is cool. But yeah, in reference to market total 2, this tells me what the overall market is doing, and I can already see that by looking at the market. And I refer to this as the weather. So it's like the weatherman saying, well, let's go ahead and do this. So let's do this, and let's do this. So this is the trend line I would use. We have the wick, we have a wick, we have candle body closes, it broke out, we have candle body closes, we have wicks. So this is what I would see as this. Now, do I pay attention to total 3, total? No. Why? It doesn't tell me anything. It doesn't tell me anything. It tells me something that I already know. So the way I refer to this as the weatherman. The weatherman says it's cloudy outside with thunderstorms and wind, lots of wind. And this is happening in your state. Awesome. But what about my town, or even like my neighborhood? And is it going to be raining really hard and lots of wind? Well, for the state is this. I don't care about the state. Do I need an umbrella? That's what total 2, total 3 tells me. It tells me the overall market. It doesn't tell me my particular coin. Because let's say, let's go even further. Let's go and let's say we're looking at AI. So for AI, let's say AI is tanking. It's tanking, and it's tanking hard. However, my coin just did a break of structure, and overall, even though the market's tanking, overall on my coin, it is very bullish. So this action right here is this part right here, or inside this. You get what I'm saying? So does that mean I'm not going to trade my AI coin because the overall AI market is bearish? No, I'm still going to make money here. So while everybody's getting out of AI, I'm making money. Now, what's going to happen is they're going to see my AI coin 30% gains when all the other coins from AI are down. Then, because people see this, well, guess what they're going to do? They're going to say, whoa, this coin is doing 30%. Let me also get into it. And because they get into it, now the coin is at 40% gains. And so on and so on, even though the entire market is down. So in my personal opinion, I do not look at total 2, total 3, total, because I don't want to know what the weather is for the entire state that I live in. I want to know my town. Do I need an umbrella? Now, with that being said, let's break it down even further. USDT. But Joe, you need to know what USDT does, because if USDT is up then that means, well, people are out of the market. People don't want to trade. People are holding on to their crypto USDT so they can buy crypto. True. But this also means, and people don't tell you this, most people don't, is increase in USDT could mean people are getting their money from their bank. This is not this is a bank. Joe, you're drawing a barn. This is a bank. Okay, this is a bank. From their bank and putting it into USDT, raising up the market cap of the dominance of USDT. So people may be getting ready to buy crypto, which could mean that just because it's going up, that doesn't mean that the market for the crypto is coming down. Now, could the crypto market be coming down and USDT going up? Yes, because they're selling their crypto into USDT, causing this to go up. But also, you could be loading up, getting ready so that you can enter once a certain level is hit, whether it's Bitcoin or crypto, or maybe you're looking at dominances, total 2, total 3. Maybe you're looking at that stuff to get ready to enter, and you're just loading up. So this is why I don't look at dominance either, USDT, because this doesn't tell me anything. But Joe, we have support right here. We have support right here, Joe. And if it breaks this level, we're coming down. I mean, if it will break this level, we're going up, because people who get out of USDT is because they're buying crypto. So if the price comes down here, or USDT dominance comes down here, and then comes down even further, and people say, Joe, the crypto market is booming right now because USDT broke its level and people are entering the alts or crypto, I will reply to them by saying, I know, without looking at the dominance of USDT, because guess what? Crypto, that's an ugly C, because crypto is going up. That's how I know USDT is coming down, without looking at USDT, because I can see my coins and the entire market in general going up. I don't need to look at this to tell me this. It's kind of like going to, well, you get the idea. Like if you're in a group and you're sitting here, somebody's sitting here, somebody's sitting here, somebody's sitting here at a table, and you're eating food or talking at a business meeting, whatever. And there's a speaker that's right here. There's a speaker. I don't know why I'm drawing so much today. There's a speaker right here. It looks like a donut. Look like a speaker, okay? And the speaker tells you the code is ABC. Okay, this is you. This is me telling you, hey, the code is ABC. And you're like, hey, I already know that because, well, I already know. He tells you the code is ABC. He tells you the code is ABC, but you already know it because, well, you don't need somebody to tell you what's going on here because you already know because of here. All right, that's it for the drawings. That's it for the stories. Obi-Wan says, Joe, can you please stop talking about that crap? Can you check out Bitcoin dominance? Now, Bitcoin dominance, I do look at. I must tell you that. I do look at Bitcoin dominance, and I do look at the ES1 exclamation point, because this tells you something. The other ones don't tell you anything, in my opinion. This tells you that Bitcoin dominance. Now, I don't do it as a chart. I do it as this, 58%. Okay, that's all I need to know. Is it at 60%? Okay, that's all I need to know. The reason for that is just it tells me it's an overall thing to tell me, oh, Bitcoin dominance is up. So that means the people holding the regular alts I mean, it's not booming. But if I start seeing this coming down, then I can say, okay, you know, markets are getting better. This is kind of like a gauge. It's like kind of like a thermometer. Even though I said I wasn't going to do this, this is like a thermometer. This is telling me, okay, this was the level of the market cap for Bitcoin. Then, because people are getting out of Bitcoin to get into alts, this number from 58 had just gone down to 52. So that's telling me, oh, awesome. I'm in trades. My trades are good. And now it went down to 48. Even better. We're continuing this. Then it goes down to 4%, which would never happen, but just illustration. Then, of course, you know that the alts are just absolutely killing it. But once you start seeing this starting to come back up, even though your coins are doing great, this is where it comes important. Even though your coins are doing great, even though the market is still doing really good, once you start seeing this, uh-oh, watch out, be careful. Because even though no matter how great crypto is, the alts, people are starting to load up on Bitcoin, creating the dominance, even though crypto's doing great, to increase. And because it's increasing, pretty soon, people are going to start selling off on their alts, cashing in on all that money, and then adding to Bitcoin to increase this. That's why it's important. All right. Let's see here. Mark says she doesn't do charts. Her daddy draws yellow trend lines, and she. Oh, really? I didn't even know that. Buck says, "Wow, I can't wait to hang out with Mark in real life." Tell you, man. Mark's a jokester. Mark's a funny guy. See, I'm still not gay, but that's what I just said. Yet. You guys are funny. Let's see here. Mark says, Joe is my favorite weatherman. Yes, indeed. Indeed. See here. Obi-Wan says, you explain it very, very nice. Thank you. Yeah. So for me, I try my absolute best to explain the who, what, where, when, why, especially the why. Because there are so many that just go over it really, really quick. And now you're left to like, oh man, like, I guess I just have to take their word for it. Versus giving you all the information, and then now you can decide, okay, well, maybe I should use it or maybe I shouldn't, or I'm gonna use it because these other people use it and they're very successful. That's why I started using it. I started looking at Total 3. Man, I would literally chart like 8 different things before I would go to my crypto, because that's what they would do. At least that's what they said they would do. But for me, I keep it simple. I don't look at Total 2. I don't need to know all that crap. Here, Bitcoin dominance, it's important to know, is it going up, is it going down? And then the ES1, this tells me how the stock market is doing. So because of the stock market and crypto being correlated, matching group, kind of following each other, if this breaks this level, I'm pretty sure I'm going to see it also in crypto, to where we're not going to be doing as well. But if this starts doing really nice, crypto should start also doing really nice. And then I look at the dollar. This I look at more than the stock market, but I look at them the same. So Bitcoin dominance, the ES1 exclamation point, which is the stock market, and then also the dollar, because the dollar tells me, oh, the dollar, it broke this level. This was resistance. So this is not good for crypto. Now, here's something else. So now you think you got it. Oh man, I got the secret sauce. I get the secret sauce. When this breaks, this is really bad for crypto. And let me start shorting, or let me exit my trades. Nope. Here's another wrench to be thrown in your thought process. When normally when the dollar index, also known as the Dixie, when this goes up, normally the stock market goes down. And we can see that. Stock market, so. Sometimes the dollar will go up, and the stock market will also go up, and Bitcoin dominance will also go up, and Bitcoin will also go up. Usually that does not happen. Can it happen? Yes. So what I always mention, and I preach this, always treat your coin or whatever you're looking at, whether it's total 2, Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin, your coin, whatever coin you're trading, always treat that coin or dominance for that coin. And what I mean by that, set your levels. So the whole entire market may be dumping, but let's say this was a coin, your coin may be pumping. Treat your coin for your coin. Trade your coin based off of the levels that are on your coin. But you also have to understand and realize what's going on in the general market to be like, whoa, even though this is doing great, I might not get too bullish on it because this one might come down as well. David says, yes, this is the Weather Channel. And of course, David never has financial advice. Same with me. Never financial advice. But give you heads up, guys. Let's see here. There was something that I wanted to, let me see. Obi-Wan says, can you check out Bitcoin dominance? Okay. How high do you see it to go, and will it ever fall? Yeah, definitely, it'll fall. Now, I have a video on Bitcoin dominance. I strongly recommend that y'all watch it, especially the ones that are kind of understanding crypto at the moment. Now, this is why I love this channel. On this channel, I strictly geared towards beginners. Now, of course, you know, there are people here that are advanced or intermediate that absolutely love the content that I provide. But, and plus we do also amazing setups. But in addition to that, this is the place where every new person needs to come. I'm not, you know, dressed up in a fancy suit. I don't have this big old vocabulary to where like you have no idea what I'm talking about, which makes me sound smarter. I break it down in the most simplistic form. So here, once you're on my channel, go to videos, and then you can either type in here or search for it by the thumbnail. But I'm just going to type in dominance, and then you have to enter. Here, USDT dominance, USDT dominance. I talk about dominance right here, so definitely check out that video. Here's a short video about it. Then this one right here, this is the video that I want you to watch. This talks about Bitcoin dominance and also the effects it has on crypto in general. So I'm gonna put it in here, but I want you to definitely check out my videos. And when you do, make sure to comment on the videos and like the videos and everything else, because that does help support the channel. All right, moving on. Let's see here. 15K, it's still possible, no worries. Oh man, I don't want to see 15K. Anything's possible, but I don't want to see 15K. All right, now going back to Bitcoin dominance. How high do I think it may go? I mean, that's let's go and delete our 11 drawings. Let's go to our weekly time frame. How high do I think it can go? Right now we're right at resistance, but do I think it'll go higher? Yes, of course. Just because Bitcoin, in my opinion, well, let's look at this first. So this slowly going up, slowly. If Bitcoin goes down, people freak out and they're going to exit their coins, causing, even though Bitcoin's going down, causing the dominance to go up. And I do think that when we hit our weekly level, it is our daily not strong level. I even have problems with that. our daily not strong level, which is 66.5. If we come up here, we don't break above and maintain this, there's a really high possibility that it might come down hard, just like how it did here. But it might come up a little bit higher and then eventually come down. If that happens, Bitcoin will be selling off. People will be freaking out. People will sell their altcoins. And because they're selling their altcoins, Bitcoin dominance will go up. And how high can it go? Back in 2021, went all the way to 73%. Do I think it'll do that right now? No. And this is just pure speculation. I have no idea, but I was guessing 63. But we can use this as our high. And so we can say our first level could be about 63%. I don't see it going any higher currently between 64%. Again, these are just numbers I'm throwing out there. Nobody really knows. But if Bitcoin does this price action, then even go down to our 44 area, I could see this going to 64 easy, in my opinion. Now, can we reach these levels? I don't think so until we get into the bear market, the really like deep part of the bear market, in my opinion. All right, moving on. Let's see here. Obi-Wan says, I'll be screwed then. Hopefully we can all make money. I mean, we're gonna make money. So it's not a loss until you sell, guys. It really isn't. It's not a loss until you sell. So David says, it's interesting to be over 4,000 miles apart. Yet Mark and I are usually in the same place at the same time. Yes, very true. Mark is everywhere. Yes, he is. I've seen that. All right. Let's try to get a coin. Any coins that y'all are looking at that look interesting right now? I'm going to run through these really fast. So let's go to, I want to look at the 4 hour. I would like to do a long, I really would. Here, price came up, came down, retraced a little bit, came up, came down even more, retraced a little bit. Caspa. Okay, we'll look at Caspa. Do I have Caspa on here? Don't have Caspa. I was looking at Caspa, the USDT .p. Okay. Yeah, so this one I was gonna enter a short because it's bearish on all time frames. I believe the daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, and then I was actually gonna post it to my group. I believe. Well, let me just show you. So this is my thought process. This is a daily time frame. So it broke the 4 hour time frame, and so it broke the 4 hour right here, and I'm expecting it to come down and potentially break the daily not strong low, and it did. It came down to where the target would have been, but we didn't enter this trade, and I was looking at it way up here, kind of predicting this might happen, but we didn't enter this trade though. And it came down here to the first target. It's coming up now. As far as a short goes, it's best to wait for it to retrace to maybe here and then start coming down. So after a break of structure, it's higher risk to enter, like for the short, just because it could come up. And most of the time they do come up. After a break of structure, they do come up. So it's just waiting for the initial move, then waiting for the retracement. Then once it starts curving, then we can enter the trade and then add to our entry once it breaks this level, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm waiting on this one. We hear Caspa, we hear What's going on, man? What is going on? See here, I'm getting enticed. And that's how you pronounce it. See here, David says, I've got a long on GRT from the 3rd. Just writing it out at the moment. Took 25% off table yesterday. Nice. Yeah, so this one I'm waiting for it to come up and then to start coming down. Let us look at. Let's look at that one. Let's see here. What was that coin again? GRT USDT .p. All right. So let's see. Let's look at this one. I haven't looked at this one in forever. The volume is great. So let's go ahead and just chart this one out. Let's hide all this stuff. Chart this one out fairly quick. So we'll do this. We'll do this. Do this. And I'm just going for the main, not internal, but the main structure. Okay. So this is our daily. And because of our daily, we do have this level right here as our break of structure. And this is a good break of structure too. So this is bullish. The Obi says, I gotta go to work, guys. Have a nice day. See y'all later. Hey, thank you, Obi-Wan. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. So this one is, let's see here, bullish. Okay. Now let's go to a lower time frame. And we're gonna do this last leg. So the lower time frame, this is the absolute high. Again, we're just doing here to here to here. Just doing the main levels here. All right, so this is our 4 hour. And on the 4 hour, same thing, bullish. Across those levels ever so lightly. So this is bullish. And now let's go to our 1 hour. So for the 1 hour, we have this, we have this, this, all the way down here. So this is our 1 hour. And our 1 hour, do we do anything on the 1 hour? Okay, so on the 1 hour, bearish. Let me make sure. Yeah. So the 1 hour was bearish. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Get out of here. Get out of here. All right, here we go. This is a bearish. So 1 hour. Go ahead and change this to 1 hour. And copy, save, 1 hour. And we're actually going to put this bottom. And this, I'll put it red. Okay. So this is a bearish because it broke below. So because it's bearish, this low, wait a minute. No. Because we have this level too. I don't know why I didn't see this. So we have a bunch of bearish, a bunch of swing failure patterns. So regardless of what this was, this is a swing failure pattern. So basically it means the opposite. So we'll just put an X on that. This one is an X as well. Oh, wrong one. And then this one we don't know yet. So this one is, we don't know. So what this means is that because we had this swing failure, well, we can't do that one. It can only be where the levels are at. So because of that, this, let's put this through here. Now, this should have been a strong low, this right here. However, it is not. This is a not strong low, or a weak low. Low, weak low, and because of this wick, this makes this a strong high. 1 hour high is strong. All right, so let's see here. So everything else first was strong on the bottom. So this 4 hour was strong on the bottom. Then, of course, we had this, and this is more external structure because we have internal structure here. But anyway, let's go to the 1 hour. So this is the weak low. So this is saying that we have a higher probability of breaking this low than going up. Can it break this up? Yes, of course. But we just saying that it has higher probability to come down. Let's see here. Anything else we can see on this? Let's do an internal structure for the 4 hour. So this, you know, we'd have this right here, this, 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 this. See all these ups and downs? This is why we don't like doing internal structure, just because, I mean, there's a lot of internal structure. Up, down, up. Look at highs. No highs. So this will be the high. I was hoping that we can get something down here. Let me just make sure. Low, high, low. Nope. Nothing on the 1 hour. Oh, let's try a different time frame. 4 hour. 4 hours. That's what I was trying to do. David says, I'm just letting it play out for now while looking at other trades. Yeah. So as it comes down, what we can do is more than likely maybe it bounces here and then you can add to your entry. But as long as it does not break this level, you're good, because this is a strong 4 hour. Let's get rid of that. This is a strong 4 hour low. So this one, let's go ahead and label it. This is our 4 hour low, and this is a strong low. Okay. And then this would be the internal structure, which on the internal structure, anything can happen. So here is our high, which is our weak high. So let's go ahead and label that one as well. So this is our 4 hour high, and this is our weak high. So we anticipate that hopefully it continues going up, but we won't know. This won't be a weak high if the price action breaks below this, because then everything changes. But for the internal structure on the 4 hour time frame, we have our low, we have our high. Nope, this wouldn't be considered it. Delete. We have our low for sure. We have our high, then we have our low, then we have our high. And then that's all we need, because we already have this other structure. So this would be internal. So let me do this one blue as well. Let's do blue dashes. Nope, because I already have one with dashes. I think I need to pick another color for the 15 minutes. But let's do it thinner, maybe? Yeah, we'll do it thinner. So this is our internal structure. And then we'll do this. And this will be our 4-hour internal. And this, because we broke this, our boss, on the internal, this would be a 4-hour internal strong low. Here. Come over here. And this 4-hour internal, very important. And we'll put 4-hour internal strong low. And this we'll put for in blue, just so it kind of stands out. So that's what we have. Now this can be broken and still remain bullish, because the overall sentiment is bullish. So what did I do? Close that. All right. Let's see here. David says, I'm expecting down for the next few days. The rest of the week, it's been acting a bit janky. Yeah, and the best part is too, like if you're in profit, one, that's the best feeling, and two, like we expect it to go up and down. So if your profits, let's say 8%, 15%, 50%, whatever it is, as it comes down, we know that hopefully it'll find support, then continue up, whether it's a few days from now, a week from now, and then if that's the case, once it breaks a certain level or finds support, then you just add to your entry if you wanted to. But so for right now, this is playing out. This is also playing out. So our swing failure pattern on the 1-hour time frame is playing out, which is always good to see. And then so breaking this, and then we just have to wait to see what prints next. You know, are we going to have certain levels to where it comes down a little bit more, then comes up, breaking? Let's say it does this, and then now it breaks this, so now possibly continues up, only to kind of fake us out a little bit and then to come back down. So the only thing that we can do on the internal structure is watch for these breaks. And then here you could do like scalp trading, or what's best really is just to do trades that are kind of longer term, a couple weeks, well, a few days to a few weeks, because that way you're not staring at the chart all day. Speaking about staring at the chart all day, I have to get back to my charts, but this one right now is playing out pretty well from the market structure. David says, I am, and I'm okay with whatever it does at this point. So he is in profits. Very nice. Thank you, Joe. I may throw more at it depending on what it does. Yeah, and that's the way to do it. You don't have to, but if you do, even better. All right, that's all I got, guys, for today. I will be back on at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so make sure to tune in. I greatly appreciate you. And of course, on the 3 o'clock live stream, it won't be so in-depth as far as, you know, all of the market structure and everything else. It'll just be pretty much kind of doing it so it goes a little bit faster. So I might do the morning ones to where it's more teaching, but I would like to do actual trading. I was actually trying to find a trade, but I mean, we could have done this one as a short, but just knowing that this right here, just because it has the swing failure pattern, that doesn't mean it's going to go straight down. This could potentially, you know, break this level, or do what we're really doing, come down, come back up, because remember, it can trade in here, come back up here to this strong high, then come back down. So you don't want to like open a short and then just keep that short open, because it can flip at any time. Plus we're on a lower time frame, plus it's in the internal structure. All right, that's all I got, guys. I do thank you so much. We'll do this again at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna start trying to do morning streams just to give you more information as far as how to trade. And once again, guys, like all this stuff all these mentors, all these guys that have groups and everything else, they charge you for this information, $500, $700, $1,500. They really do. You know, matter of fact, I bought 2 courses to see what they teach. So just kind of give you a heads up, guys, and the stuff that can benefit our group, you know, with this stuff that we already know, it's just going to make the trading skills sharper. That's all it's doing. And I'll be sharing that with y'all too. You don't have to join my group to know these skills. Like, I show them every single day. Now, if you join the group, of course, you know, you get trade setups and training videos, and you save a whole bunch of time learning, blah, blah, blah. If you're interested, definitely check out the links in the description. I'll also put the link here as well. That's all I got, guys. I do thank you very much. We will see you tomorrow. Oh, we'll see you today. We'll see you later today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, let's make this money. All right, guys, take care. We'll see you in a few hours. And make sure to have charts so that we can look at the charts and see if we can make some money together. All right, that's all I got. Take care.
Yeah, trade intuition, flipping charts, mad precision. We on the grind, no sleep, endless mission. Crypto waves, no tide, just decisions. Ride or die with the block's ambition. Let's make this money, profits rain like monsoon. Bull or bear, we adapt, typhoon. While it's packed, no room, full bloom. Path to riches, straight shot, no detour too soon. Trading is only as difficult as you make it. Rise, fall, rise again, never fake it. Cold wallets, private keys, gotta break it. Crypto life on the edge, let's shake it.